subscribing. If you've been here for a while, welcome back, y'all. Well, we had a big day yesterday. We hit 1,000 subscribers. That's all thanks to you guys and gals. I appreciate everybody who has been watching and followed us along this path. And I'm just going to ease on today. I ain't going to run my typical 75. We had a pretty good snowstorm this morning, y'all. I mean, it covered the ground. Boy, some big flakes were coming down a while ago. We're sitting at 31 degrees. Still throwing a mist off the tires, so we're still good, but take it kind of easy here. But yeah, thanks to you guys and gals for supporting the channel. It's been really cool, been really fun. You know, it started out this thing just as a hobby, and it still is just a hobby, and I have a good time doing it. So, big shout out to all of y'all. I know I hadn't talked to y'all in a little bit. Got some behind the scenes changes that have been going on. And got another big set of news here. We only have about a week and a half left here in old La Flama Blanca. As a matter of fact, this is probably the last video that will be shot in La Flama Blanca. We're going to miss her. But I'm going to change lanes and shift gears and move over to another little company. I've done a lot of thinking on it, deciding on it. There's just some stuff here where I'm at that I just feel like I'm not a good fit for the company anymore, and it's just been a weird last month and a half for me. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of Corona and all that when I got sick, and there's just some stuff that I didn't agree with, and it's just what it is. It's a difference of opinion. That's all it is, y'all. It ain't no big deal. Me and my boss, we're still on good terms, and I put in my 2 weeks notice last Friday, so I'm kind of torn on where I was going to go to work. You know, I had about 4 options I was looking at. Now we all know I've talked about it a lot in the past. I've been talking about going flatbed, and that I really think I would love to be a flatbed. And I got some experience in it and everything, but I just think that's what I would like to do. You know, it's physical, and to get out and get your exercise. It's something different all the time. You gotta use your head, you gotta troubleshoot, you know. I think it would just be fun. And there's a company down in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I know the guy that runs the flatbed division for them, and he told me to come on. And I had been talking to him for the last few months, and the plan was, after my son graduates this spring, was to go down there and start that. And the company also allows you to lease on a truck there, so not lease purchase, but buy your own truck and lease it back onto them. And so my plan was to go run with them in one of their trucks for about a year, and then, you know, get my own truck and lease back onto them. And year that, or kind of do the Super Trucker Dan route and go lease on the Mercer. And that is still not out of the question. The only thing is, with that job and that place, I'll be gone, you know, 2 to 4 weeks at a time, and I really need to stay close to the house right now until my son graduates. You know, it's his senior year, and he's got all kinds of banquets. He's still got a little bit of basketball going on, and of course his track season. And I want to be here for his track season because that's going to be probably his ticket for a scholarship. So that's why I really kind of need to stay around here. So that needing to stay around here kind of drove my decision-making process on which job I picked. recruiter, and it sounded like a pretty good deal. I would have to stay out my 70 hours though, and I kind of thought they just built a big facility up in Canyon, Texas, up by Amarillo, and they have a big facility down in Wichita Falls. I kind of thought they just ran back and forth terminal to terminal, and shoot, right here where I live in Memphis is about halfway in between. And I was like, well, hell, that might be a good thing right there. But I got to talking to the recruiter, and hell, they run all over the place, y'all. They pretty much the southeast, you know, Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and a little bit of New Mexico. So she said that, and all over Texas. So she said that you generally run up to your 70 hours, and then I would have to take the truck. At the end of my 70 hours, I'd have to go take the truck to Canyon and leave it at the yard while I was on my 34 or 48 hour restart. So, which ain't bad. It's only an hour away, a little bit over an hour away. And the pay seemed decent, and they got nice, decent equipment for 2020 Cascadias, set at 75 mile an hour, and pulling brand new tanks, pretty much, you know, so it's not a bad deal. Not a bad gig, and they also are looking for owner-operators as well, so, but again, we're going to be out 6 to 7 days at a time, so I'm going to miss a lot of stuff, so we kind of set that one on the back burner. I had another job offer back in Oklahoma, hauling crude oil. Got a buddy over there hauling crude oil, and it's probably the best paying job out of all of them. These guys are making $400 a day, working a 4-on, 2-off schedule. But where I'm going to be hauling crude oil at is about 3.5 hours from the house drive time, and so I'd have to get a travel trailer, get a RV lot, and all that, and stay over there. So really wasn't feasible for my situation at the time again. So that leads me to where my choice, what choice I made. This guy, I've known him for a long time, known him since I was a kid. Matter of fact, when I had my own truck, he's the one that leased me on, and I ran for him for 2 years, off and on. The only problem I had with him back then is, man, he had really good spring and summer freight. We were hauling fertilizer, pulling tanker, hauling fertilizer out of Lubbock, Texas down there, and hauling, you know, South Plains, Texas Panhandle, and New Mexico. And man, we stayed busy. And I would stay out there during the week and come home pretty much on the weekends. I'd catch a load Saturday toward the house, around one of the farms around the house, and be home on the weekend. So, but when the fall and winter come around, man, we just had a hard time finding freight, and we would find freight, but it would be horrible paying freight. We were hauling corn out of the Texas Panhandle to some feedlots here. By the time the broker took their cut, and then, of course, you know, I was leased on to him. I had to pay him 20% of what I made for running under his authority and stuff, that's common. That's how it works. By the time he got his 20%, shoot, man, I wasn't making barely $1 a mile on 60, 90 mile hauls, 60 to 90 mile hauls, and I could only haul like 2 of those a day. Shoot, I wasn't. Man, I was barely covering fuel. Y'all had a blowout. If I had a flat tire that day and had to go get it fixed somewhere, couldn't fix it myself because I was stuck out somewhere. Hell, I done blew the whole day, you know, and blew what very little profit I was making out. So I just couldn't sustain that. And but since then, and this was back in 2015 and 16, and ever since then, he has and matter of fact, in 2016. I kind of called the guy that he has got a gin contract with and kind of got the ball rolling on that deal for him. I was up in Colorado, we're talking about, and I gave the guy that runs the gin or owns the gin a call and see if we might be able to get our foot in the door hauling some cottonseed over there. And about the time I left and just threw my hands up, sold my truck and everything else, wasn't right after that 10 contract came through. And he's had it ever since, I guess, 2016. He had it here and there, was helping out. And 17, 18, 19, I guess 2020 now, it's been 4 years, 4.5 seasons, he's had it. And I think there's still some issues with what the freight pay, what the haul pays coming out of there due to some broker issues still, but he's also got some other freight. He's moving a lot of stuff around in live bottoms and walking floors. So, he's kind of come up on a fertilizer haul with hopper bottoms that kind of will run year round. So, he's got a lot more freight than what he used to have back then. So, me and him talked about it, and I think he's willing to give it a shot, and I'm willing to give it a shot. And we're going to go see how it works out, see how it plays out. And if it works out, it works out. If it don't, I have options. I mean, it ain't like I'm married to a decision or whatever. I have options of what I can go do if it doesn't work out. So, but I'm going to go give him a shot. And the work is basically going to be the same kind of stuff I'm doing here, y'all. It's agriculture. The only thing we will not be doing over there that we do here is the construction side, you know, the hauling rock, moving equipment. And that's one thing I will miss about this place a lot is I like moving equipment. I really enjoy moving equipment. And that's just something that he's not into right now. Now, it might be something we might be able to look at. Getting RG in, if we can find some people, people that want us to move their tractors around or have heavy equipment they need moved, you know, we might get into some of that. I don't know, it's just something we got to look at. Put our heads together and look at. We might be able to get into it. It's a lot smaller operation than what I'm in right now. And we all know that I'm in a very small operation right now, but going from a guy, you know, here we got 5 trucks, 3 dump trucks. Yeah, 3 dump trucks, a water truck, and then all our equipment. And over there, this guy's got 3 trucks. And that's it. He's got 3 trucks and a service truck. And right now, he's running in the late 90s. I'm not sure the year of it. It's a 97, 98 Peterbilt 379. He's got a late 90s, 97, 98 Freightliner Classic, a lot like Texas Tech, except it's green, it's a flat top, it's got a little flat. Alright guys, sorry about that. Had a phone call come through. I thought I put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I try to do that when I'm doing these long conversations like this. Anyway, back to the truck. The Freightliner. It's a pretty sharp truck. It needs a little things here and there, but it's a sharp truck. And then he's also got a 2002 or 2003 Kenworth G600. And Kenworth has a ISX in it, Cummins ISX in it. And it's turned up pretty good. It'll do some pulling. And it's a pre-emissions ISX. It's the 02, I believe, you know, before they put any EGR or any of that on it. The Freightliner has an E-model cat and full 40 pounds boost. And Chokemel's got a brand new rebuild in it. It's got a brand new 13-speed transmission in it. So it's a dang good truck. The Peterbilt is the one he said he's thinking after the first of the year we're going to have to he's going to have to go get it going through to get the motor going through. It's got a 15-speed transmission in it like my old truck did. And he thinks he's going to have to put he wants to put a 13-speed in it and get that motor going through. And we call that one, we got a couple of names for that truck. Some of them call it Rusty. I've always called it Mad Max or the Rat Rod. It's the paint's really faded on it, clear coat's gone, it's got a black cow catcher on it. It's just it's a cool looking truck, y'all. I mean, it needs a paint job, but I kind of like it. I like that old Mad Max look. It's got low air leaf suspension on it. really cool truck. So I think we'll have some good content on doing some work on trucks still, and I'll still be doing some work, doing some mechanicking, kind of get some a service truck side of it probably. He's got a nice Dodge 1-ton service truck. Probably get a lot of service truck action maybe. We'll be pulling a lot of tankers. We'll be pulling a lot of hopper bottom and a lot of belt trailer and walking floors. When we're not hauling fertilizer to the farmers, a lot of the work is going to be going into feedlots and dairies, taking feed and then walking floors and live bottoms and belt trailers into the feedlots and dairies. So that's going to be something a little different than what I've done here. You know, this where I'm at right now at B&B used to be really ag, into the ag work, and he's kind of leaning that, getting more and more into that construction side. And, you know, with the economy getting the way it is in construction, you know, if things start tightening up in the economy, people aren't going to be spending money on building pads for their weekend house and clearing out a fence line, or, you know, digging the tank out, or laying some kind of line or whatever. You know, that stuff is going to get, that kind of work's going to get scarce, because people are going to be holding on to that money while the economy's tight. Now ag takes a hit too during the economy's slow time, but cows still got to be fed. Cows still got to be hauled. Cotton, corn, wheat, milo, soybeans, peanuts, you name it, have to be planted, have to be fertilized, have to be harvested, have to be hauled, have to be processed. So, you know, the ag work is always there. The main thing that gets you on ag work is the weather. Just like this year, we had a hot and dry summer. I mean, didn't get no rain, and a lot of our crops are not irrigated, you know, and so they depend on the rainwater, you know, to make them come along. And we had a lot of crop failure this year due to kind of an excessive drought. So that's what can hurt you in the ag department. Also, what hurts you in the ag department is brokers coming in and getting the hauls and keeping 30% off of top of a load, and then, you know, you're not making no money off the load. You got to cut. If you're hauling ag products, you got to cut out that middleman. You got to get that broker out of the way. If you get that broker out of the way, you can make some money. So you can make a living, per se. So, and I like hauling ag stuff too. The only thing I'm gonna miss on the other side is hauling that equipment. But anyway, we're gonna see how it works out, and I'm not sure what truck. Right now, I think I'm gonna be in that Peak, and he's talking about buying a Ford truck. He's got, my cousin actually works over there with him, y'all, and he's got another driver, and then the owner himself. They're the three that are driving right now, and I think he's thinking about buying a Ford truck. So, so we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna try it out, and we're gonna do what we can, and I'll take y'all along on the journey. We'll see how it goes. I'll kind of keep the we'll keep the vlog rolling. So, again, 1,000 subscribers. Thank y'all very much. Keep spreading the word. Just keep trying to grow the community. Looking at getting a drone here after the first year, so we're going to start getting some drone action. Looking at getting a better camera sometime soon. Got to take my baby steps still, but we're going to get bigger and better. Right now, I do all my editing right here on this iPhone, right here. So I want to get me a MacBook and get some editing software. That way I can do a little bit better editing than what I do. And I want to get into some CGI stuff to be able to start making intros and stuff like that a little better than the ones I do right now. Right now I do them all off my phone. Everything y'all see is done on my phone, y'all. So anyway, Mama Blanca. I kind of put together a collage of the last probably, I don't know, of a little bit of footage from the last 6 months or so. I'm gonna put it together, and I don't know, I'll probably let it run along about 5 or 10 minutes here at the end, and of our last 5 or 6 months journey we've had here. I kind of pull all these little short 1-minute videos off my Instagram page, and again, thank y'all. Couldn't have done it without you. And hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And for 806 driver, get the shiny side up and the hammer down. We'll catch you when we change them gears and change that lane. We out.